Would you choose the blue 7-foot alien man, the bear, or the human man?
That's a great question. There's no competition. Welcome to In Sickness and in Shelf. I like that we said that at the same time. This is a romance book, marriage TikTok cast. Our first book, drumroll please. Never mind. I'm sorry, I should know that. Is Ice Planet Barbarians. Okay, so let me set the scene for you with Ice Planet Barbarians. There's like 50 books.
Yes.
They each follow a different couple.
Yes.
And each of the couple is like a human matched with one of these aliens. Okay, and the first book is how the humans got there, and then how the first couple came to be.
Why'd you choose the blue alien book?
I chose this book because we knew we wanted to talk about romance books. We knew we wanted to do like a romance TikTok cast. And I wanted something that you haven't read before, so like monster romance.
Okay.
And I wanted something that was good. And we'll get into this later, but listen, people have a lot of comments about this book, but this book is good, and I will die on that hill. That it's not bad, that it's enjoyable, that it's kind of a page turner. Like, you don't know where it's going to go.
No, it's kind of...
And that's why I chose it.
I'm not going to lie, I was kind of eating it up.
Okay, period.
Yeah. You know, it made me hesitate. Because giant blue alien, you know, it's giving Avatar. It's giving...
Are we saying that like it's a bad thing? Because I want you to know, in 2009, I saw that movie about 10 times. And every single time I was like, oh. This is what happens, right? A lot of girls get abducted from Earth and on a ship. Yeah. And then the ship crashes. One of the girls leaves that ship to go search for like food, and the planet's like really snowy, and she runs into this alien that may do something that rhymes with funnelingus on another planet. They live happy ever after.
First thought, you wake up, you're abducted. One of the girls holds her hand to your mouth. She says, "Don't scream. They don't like it when you make a lot of
Nah, take me out." Take me out. I'm sorry. I will say the girl's will to live in this book is very strong.
Powerful.
Too powerful.
Too powerful. So true.
The second I wake up, it's over. I'm sorry. So see ya. You know, it was nice. It was nice hanging with y'all. Like, power to Georgie and Brianna, or whatever their name was. Power to them for fighting.
Yeah.
It ain't me.
They got little sensors that make sure you're alive. What are we doing now?
Ripping those things out. I've got to die. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I've got to die.
Because if they have the technology to abduct your ass from Earth,
yeah,
and do interplanetary, intergalaxy fucking travel,
yeah,
it's over.
It's over.
Yeah, we don't stand a chance.
No.
I want to be one of those girls in the little fucking wall test tube that are in deep hibernation. I want to be one of them.
Isn't that part of the book where she's like, should we wake them up?
Yeah.
And it's like, no, girl. Why would you wake them up to do this?
Just ice, frigid, tundra. They got no clothes. They got the pajamas they fell asleep in. It's fucked. And there's a gaping fucking hole in the ship that's just leaking in snow and frigid air. And shit and piss everywhere. They had one bucket to go in. When the ship crash landed, it went everywhere.
That's really disgusting.
No, it's really bad. Plus they have like...
Why don't I remember that? That's not okay.
No, they're like covered. It is like a check yourself out kind of scenario for sure. But
the thing about this book is that I founded a virtual romance 18 plus book club. And we read this as our book of the month last month. And I don't remember where I was going with this. Maybe just to plug my book club. Join us, link in bio.
Would you fuck someone blue?
Okay, so we talked about this in book club, and I feel the same answer I feel then, which is no.
What about the guy from Avatar?
Oh, wait. That's so true, because I don't know. Something about these aliens are described as blue, really tall, and their appendage...
What appendage?
Is... I can't say it, Armand.
You know.
And their appendage is ribbed for her pleasure.
Ribbed.
But something about them being blue, but it didn't bother me in Avatar. Maybe because I knew, like...
They were like,
he was a human. I'm only talking about him too, like the main guy with in the wheelchair.
None of the others.
No, I'm not talking about like the real.
Is it because
aliens?
he was like part human? Part...
Yeah, that's actually what I just said. I think it was because he was human.
Period. I personally,
I love that no one asks. You're like, let me tell you what I want to do with this alien.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, if I swung that way, I'm getting with Vectel.
Yeah.
You know, Vectel's given. He's got the horns. You know,
the horns are hot. The horns are hot.
It's giving like sexy demon alien kind of. The tail throws me off. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know. Something about it.
Nah, the tail's throwing me off.
It's kind of giving animal, actually. I can see what you mean. It's kind of giving animal. Would you recommend this to someone else? I
would. It's an easy read.
No qualifiers. You just say, hey, read Ice Planet Barbarians.
I mean, yeah.
Let's talk about the Kui. I call it the Kui. What do you call it? The Kui?
I call it the Kui.
Would you get a Kui inserted into you to survive on this planet?
Absolutely.
And this is where we have fundamental differences in our marriage. Again, the way that I would check out. Again, see ya. Like there's no way that that's happening.
I'm just saying. So that's true. I have a will to live.
Oh yeah, I can't relate.
I'm not trying to die. You're telling me the Kui makes me faster.
Yeah.
Stronger.
Yeah.
I'm not freezing to death, even though it's like -50 outside.
But you're alive on an alien planet.
Yeah, but those aliens are happy. A lot of the men are like horny, like lonely bachelors. But I mean, that problem's solved now. So after
problem solved.
No, for real. And then after that, they seem like quite content with their lives. You know?
No.
And the one alien, Merda, or whatever her name is, I'll be shooting for my own hand. She has a special Kui that makes your Kui work even harder, and you just heal from stuff.
Okay.
You got a broken arm, healed. Gash in your leg, heal.
I hope that what everyone's getting from this is that the world building in the Ice Planet Barbarians is actually extraordinary.
It's quite thorough.
Everyone needs to give Ruby Dixon her flowers.
Yeah, and she did it very well, very efficiently, in very few pages.
She got it in there.
Yeah, and it all went together cohesively, like blended. I didn't feel like I was just getting talked at, which is some issue with like world building. One of the characters will just go on this like exposition for like 10 pages to get everything in there. Yeah. It wasn't like that. It was well done.
So something we actually talked about in book club about this book is like the issue of consent and how different it is versus like aliens versus humans, and if the author like owes it to the reader to show consent in a healthy way.
I feel like as long as an author does their due diligence, providing trigger warnings at the beginning of a book, they don't have an obligation to write a story in a way that has like well written consent, etc.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Period.
So one of the first scenes that like causes
us
to ask this question is like he obviously
does
funnelingus while she's asleep. It made me feel weird reading it, but then you're like, he's an alien. They're obviously really sexual. They need to mate. And then she like kind of like, it just like, it feels weird. But I know if I read that in a contemporary romance between two humans, I'd be like, no, absolutely not. Like a book, Not to Meet Cute has this in it. And I was like, it's just not giving okay. Like it's just not. But for some reason here, I was like, I kind of get it from like the alien aspect.
Yeah, it's almost giving like Stockholm syndrome. Like I had Stockholm syndrome, but also so did the female main character Georgie. The fact that he's this weird blue alien man who that is very okay in his culture, obviously.
Yeah, like it's like like literally different planets, like different kind of norms. Like he's like, oh, this like she has a Kui. Like it felt different. It felt weird, but it felt like I understood the perspective the author was taking.
Yes.
And she does, in my opinion, I've only read the book 3 or 4, but she does do a better job of establishing consent like in those books. Yeah, so
that's nice. And also the female main character and the other human females also establish boundaries very quickly.
Yeah.
With the blue alien man,
like they were like, "Hey, now," and they take them like they're like, "Oh, okay." I didn't know.
Yeah, and even the blue alien men say this. They're like, you guys like choose mates. You guys like just are like grabbing females and like running off to the cave.
Yeah.
But they do respect it. They're like confused and like, ugh.
Yeah.
But they respect it.
That's more than I can say for some human men. A lot of human men.
Yeah. Would you choose the blue 7-foot alien man, the bear, or the human man?
That's a great question. There's no competition because I cannot imagine myself being with another human man. It seems really scary out there.
No, for sure. Also, I'm gonna be comforted in the fact that those blue alien men, they're taking really good care of those women.
That's the thing. They're providers.
Literally,
they're what like incels and like boys that listen to like Tucker Carlson and Andrew Tate. They're what they want to be.
Vector and other blue barbarians, they're high value men.
High value.
High value men.
They provide pleasure, protection, food. Like they're making sure those women are taken care of. And now I'm like, maybe I could look past the blue because like
that's what I'm saying.
It's giving himbo.
I'm putting it up there to be honest. 4-1.
That's really crazy. That's crazy. I would give it like 3-5. I think 4-1 is actually really insane. And it makes me very curious to know the ratings for other books, which we will next time on In Sickness and in Shelf.